Hi, good morning. Selamat pagi teman-teman semua. Terima kasih sudah join kembali di Yes Education Agent Training hari ini. Kali ini kita kedatangan tamu Mr. Vipin Bisnoy dari James Cook Australia Brisbane, dari James Cook Brisbane, James Cook University Brisbane. Kita akan banyak kenalan buat teman-teman yang mempunyai students yang mau belajar di Australia, terutama di kota Queensland atau di kota Brisbane. Ini waktunya teman-teman untuk sedikit memberikan informasi lebih tentang James Cook University. Okay, so without further ado, Vipin, this is yours.
Thank you so much for the introduction and a very good afternoon to all the participants today from Brisbane. My name is Vipin Bishnoi and I'm the Regional Director for James Cook University Brisbane for Southeast Asia. So thank you so much for joining us, and I'll be doing a quick presentation with all the facts and figures, of course, about JCU Brisbane campus, as well as a bit more about the Brisbane as a city in particular. So if you have any questions, please note it down. And after this seminar, of course, we're going to have a quick session for Q&A as well. I'll just share my screen and we'll get started. I hope my screen is visible now.
All right.
Perfect. Yeah, perfect. So James Cook University, now JCU as a university, we are the second oldest university in Queensland. There are 3 campuses in Queensland, and then the 4th campus that we operate out of is based in Singapore. Brisbane campus is actually an international campus, which is based right in the heart of Brisbane CBD. As you can see on your screens, that's the beautiful Brisbane city we live in, and the campus is based right in that city center, in the center of Brisbane CBD. Brisbane campus, the interesting fact about Brisbane campus is this year in 2026, we're actually celebrating 20 years of excellence for the Brisbane campus. We've been based in Brisbane for 20 years. We were established in 2006, and this is the 20th year that we've been here. The reason we could be calling it excellence, and the reason we are so excited about this year is because I'm pretty sure majority of you have been in the industry for a while now, and when we talk about city campuses, there have been so many city campuses that have been established in Brisbane from different kind of universities. They come and go. We've been there for 20 years, and we are preparing for the next 20 years now. We're not just a 1 or a 2 floor city campus. We are the whole building in the city center of JCU Brisbane. And currently, if I have to give you an example, we are hosting around 1,300 plus students from 50 different nationalities on campus. So the focus, of course, is on excellence for our students, employment, and of course the courses which I'll be sharing in my presentation with you. So very exciting times. Thank you so much for joining us and being part of this 20-year celebration that we are going through at the moment. During my presentation, I'll try and share as much as possible, of course, a bit about me, why Brisbane, the courses that we offer here in the Brisbane campus, the quality of education that you and your students can expect, what makes JCU Brisbane a little different as compared to a lot of other city campuses or our other campuses, JCU campuses. Exciting part, of course, the scholarship that we offer, which we are known for in our markets. I'll share some success stories, and of course, we'll have enough time for the quick question and answer towards the end of the presentation. A little bit about me. As I said earlier, my name is Vipin Bishnoi. I migrated to Australia from India. I've been here for nearly 15 years now. And in that picture, you can see my little dog and my son, and we're enjoying a good evening at the Brisbane River bank. And you can see the beautiful Brisbane city right in the background. I'm the Regional Director for Southeast Asia at JCU Brisbane, and I've been working with this organization for nearly 11 years now. So, and The interesting fact is I've actually been associated with the university for nearly 15 years because I'm a JC alumni myself. So I did study at the university. I've experienced it from both ends as a student as well as now as an employee. And the focus always remains students. So students are utmost priority. And whatever we do on campus, the support services, or to make sure our students are successful is always the utmost important priority for us. I'm very involved with the students. You'll see a bit more pictures during my presentation. I'm always in and around the campus, and I'm very accessible to our students. So if you decide to send your students to us, you can share my contact details with them directly. And if they have any issues, I can help them with whether it's accommodation, whether it's if they're looking for those part-time jobs, getting started, skill assessments. I'm more than happy to assist them with them and guide them in the right way. In terms of my interest, I'm a active cricket player. I still play a lot of cricket and a massive fan of Indian cricket team. So you can't take an Indian out of an Indian, although I've been living here for nearly 15 years. But yeah, cricket is something that I live and breathe. So a little bit about me. Uh, Getting on to JCU Brisbane story. Now, the Brisbane campus has been operating for nearly 20 years now. And over this period of time, over 7,000 graduates have called JCU their home in Brisbane, with Bachelor of Business the most popular course. We do have, of course, a lot of other programs as well, but that has been the most popular program here in JCU Brisbane campus, with various majors that we offer. Very diverse community with over 100 different nationalities as alumni for the Brisbane campus. Globally recognized for academic excellence, student support, and employability, which is actually our main focus for the international students who come to us. Work-ready education and real-life experiences taught in our classroom. Majority of our professors who are there, they've been with us for a really long time. They are industry trained professionals, and our students learn from the best. To us, our students are not just a number. We take pride in our students, and we are always available for our students, which is very different to a bigger setting or a bigger university campuses where students at times get lost, whereas with us, they always have someone there to talk to or seek support from, and we are always there to support them. So a student is not just a number for us. We take pride in our students. A bit about Brisbane, of course. Now, Brisbane is the third largest city in Australia, but I'm pretty sure you must have heard about it from a lot of other institutions as well. Brisbane is the fastest growing capital city, not just in Australia, but Asia Pacific. We're growing at a very fast pace with a population of around 2.8 million, which is actively growing. Very multicultural city with over 30% of the inhabitants were born overseas. So that gives a sense of relief and a sense of belonging to our students. Doesn't matter which background they are coming in from, they always get along with people, they get into those communities, and it just makes their journey a lot more easier. We are the capital of Queensland with 283 days of sunshine a year, very tropical weather, and especially students coming in from the Southeast Asian region who are not actually well adapted with the cold weather. They adjust really well here. Our winters are like really short. Yes, we are getting into winters now, and you can still see I'm wearing a t-shirt, so it doesn't get that cold, but we get our winters for like 4 to 5 weeks where it gets a little freezy, but otherwise it's pretty much a sunshine day throughout the year. A predominantly and comparatively lower cost of living compared to Sydney and Melbourne, and Australia's fastest growing capital city, as I told you, not just for the economy, but for the employment as well. In all honesty, in the last 2.5, 3 years, I've not seen any of my students struggle in Brisbane to find whether it's a part-time job, full-time job, employment. It's easily available. Of course, students need to prepare for it and work hard to go for those interviews, but it is available, and we have a system on our campus where we support our students as well. We call ourselves a very sports focused city as well, because we're the home of Broncos, which is the NRL rugby union team, and other supporting and cultural events. 2032 Olympics are going to be hosted in Brisbane, which is actually a massive thing for us because we're seeing this city grow. And that is one of the main reasons, because we're preparing for 2032 Olympics. So yes, the city is growing. There's a lot of interstate and intercountry migration happening to Brisbane. And that is actually creating a lot more opportunities, not just for the residents, but for the people who are coming in as well, as either as a migrant or on a student visa, or the students who are graduating now. So what we say is this is the perfect time for a student if they're deciding to come to Australia, and if they're deciding to come to Brisbane, this is the perfect time because they commence now. They'll be graduating in 2 to 3 years now, getting very close to the Olympics time, and that's where the real opportunities are. In terms of courses, as we are a city campus, we don't have a very massive suite of programs available for our students, but then we do focus on all the major programs which are in high demand. We run tri-semesters, so our start dates are January, May, and September, 3 start dates every year. We do have a diploma program available, which we offer it through our partner institution, which is called Russell Business School, and it's a 1-year business diploma. Very popular for students who are looking for foundation studies in Australia. This is a good alternative for them because we do accept under 18 students in our diploma, and a 1-year diploma gives them direct entry into the second year of all the programs other than IT. So they get 1-year credit into Bachelor's of Business, Bachelor's of Commerce, and Bachelor's of Tourism, Hospitality, and Events. Whereas with Bachelor's of Information Technology, they get 4 credits. So I would say just over a trimester credit, and then but still it can give them that path to get into Bachelor's of IT with the business diploma. So when in undergraduate degrees, these are the only programs available for Bachelor's of Business, Bachelor's of Commerce, Bachelor's of IT, and Bachelor's of Tourism, Hospitality, and Events, with an option for entry point available for them via Diploma of Business that we offer. Moving forward with postgraduate studies, there are a lot more options available. So master's degrees, we do offer MBA. We have Masters of Data Science, Masters of Engineering Management, Masters of Information Technology, with options to choose from AI as a major, cybersecurity, software engineering, and IT management. In all honesty, AI and cybersecurity are our top most popular majors in IT because there is a huge demand in the industry, and students are able to secure those part-time jobs, internships, and full-time jobs as well, because we work very closely with the industry and provide those opportunities to our students. We do offer Masters of Tourism, Hospitality, and Event as well, MITHM, and Masters of Professional Accounting. So all these majors are available as single majors, but then as JCU Brisbane, we take pride in starting the dual degree programs probably 12 years ago, or actually 15 years ago, and we still continue to offer them. So a student has the option to combine their MBA with either IT, accounting, hospitality, or education and make it a dual degree. So the joint degree programs that we offer, they are the same duration as the single majors. So it's the same number of subjects, same duration, same tuition fee, whereas a student has an opportunity to graduate with that dual qualification at the end of their term. Now, you would notice the last program on this slide is Masters of Education with an MBA. Now, this is a very interesting program because we are the only university in Australia that offers education, a business education degree, a combined degree of education with an MBA. We are the only campus in James Cook University that offers it. So a bit about this program is Masters of Education with an MBA is an educational management degree where it is targeting students who have prior teaching qualification and teaching experience. They're looking to upskill themselves and, of course, get a better opportunity for themselves in their career. A perfect program for them. If there is a student who's coming in without any teaching background, we can still accept them. But the fact is, this program does not qualify them for teacher registration in Australia because it's not a teaching focused program. It's an educational management program. But the students who are coming in with the teaching qualification and teaching experience from their home countries, Combining with this program, they can still go for their skill assessment. They can still apply for their teacher registration by meeting the requirement. And we've seen students succeed in that. We have current students who are in their final trimester, but they've been able to get their teacher registration, and we've helped them to secure those jobs in public or private schools here in Brisbane. So great opportunities for students who are coming in from that teaching background. Combining this program, we can actually do a lot of work with them. And these are all the programs that we offer here in the Brisbane campus. Again, as I said earlier, it is a city campus, and we have a small suite of programs, but we focus on all the programs which are in high demand, and we work with the industry very closely to make sure students coming into our programs get that direct connection with the employers. A quality education is something that we strive on, and we take pride in. Our global rankings actually prove that. Number one in Queensland for graduate starting salary. Again, it's all because of the support that we've designed for our students on campus, and number one in Queensland for full-time employment. There's another update that we've just received at the start of this year. We are number 4, joint number 4 in Australia for hospitality and tourism programs, and we are in top 100 in the world. So our hospitality programs are actually really highly ranked, and the connection that we build with all the hospitality businesses around Brisbane and Queensland actually helps our students to secure those jobs quickly and start their careers in Australia. Highly qualified faculty members, as I said. So we do have our full-time staff members who've been with us for 15 plus years, 20 years. But at the same time, we have a lot of sessionals available who are actually working in the industry and then sharing their experiences and working with our students at our sessional lecturers. The main emphasis on practical learning is something that we focus on, again, because it's about work integrated learning. It's about learning from the real world rather than just looking at the books or the slides, and a lot of hands-on experience. Every program that we offer, a student has an opportunity to convert one of their subjects either into a professional internship. We're going to find that internship for our students, or they can do a real life project work where the project is funded by us as well, and they work with an organization who are actually working on something which means to them, and students become part of it. And a good successful project mainly leads to a part-time or a full-time job employment with that organization, because they've done a fantastic job. Centrally Brisbane location, so easily accessible, whether it's by transport, whether it's by for students, majority of them are working right in the Brisbane CBD because they have that opportunity to work part-time. So it just becomes very accessible for our students. And accommodation, because we are a city campus, we don't have our own campus accommodation, but we work with our partner accommodations, which are anywhere between 3 to 5 minutes walking distance from the campus, so very easily accessible for students. Small classroom sizes, again, we don't go for that mass. We do have subjects where there are 200 to 250 students enrolled for one subject, but we divide them in a group of maximum 50 to 60 students and not more than that. So we try and maintain smaller classroom sizes, but that better interaction and making sure our students are getting that personalized support from the professors rather than being just one number in a big lecture room with 250 or 300 students. And great opportunities for internships and industry placements. In terms of student support services that we provide, now JobLinks is a career specialist team that works on our campus. JobLinks is a dedicated employment service team that is established by James Cook University, and they are based on campus, and students have access to them 5 days a week. Now, these are the members who are working consistently with the employers to seek those part-time jobs, internships, and full-time job opportunities. They actually we actually organize 2 fairs on campus every year. One is a job fair, which focuses on recent graduates or students who are about to graduate, to connect them with the employers who are actively recruiting. And employers come to our campus to do face-to-face interviews, on-spot interviews, on-spot job offers have happened in the past. And then the second fair that we organize is a career fair, where, of course, we are looking at a lot of job, a lot of organizations coming to campus who are either looking for interns or who are either looking for those part-time opportunities for students. And again, we are connecting directly our students with the employers to create those opportunities and get them that success that they deserve. Academic guidance and counseling services available on campus as well, where students who are new to the country and struggling with the education system in Australia, there's a dedicated team that will support them and take them through that first trimester or even second or third to make sure they do well in their studies. Mental health and well-being support again is available on campus. Accommodation partners, as I already mentioned, 3 to 5 minutes walking distance. There are a lot of options that we can provide. If you're struggling to find an accommodation for your student, just give us a call and we'll make sure we'll find something for your student. And then we have student association body on our campus as well, because every student that comes into Australia pays a fee called student services and amenities fee. We use that for our students. So there's a dedicated student association on campus who create these different groups who decides where that money needs to be spent for the students, and of course provide that support to the students. And everything that I've mentioned on this slide, we do not charge anything to our students. It's all free of cost. Because they are James Cook University students, this service is available to them and they can just go up to them anytime. Coming down to the scholarships, of course, the exciting part that we all love and our students love. So exclusive to JCU Brisbane campus only. Currently, we are offering 30% scholarships to all our students from the ASEAN region. And then we do have an additional 5% high achievers scholarship for our students from Vietnam, Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, and Indonesia. Now, students applying from these nationalities, there are unlimited numbers, so we don't limit our scholarships. So if you send 50 applications, all 50 students can get this scholarship if they meet the requirement. This is applied to the total tuition fee of their program, whether it's an undergraduate or a postgraduate student. And this, of course, helps the students access Australian education. Now, 30% scholarship is assessed automatically. You don't need to fill any separate applications. You just submit your application as a standard application and we assess them automatically. Now, the entry requirement for the 30% scholarship, the way it works is this is our entry requirement, let's say around 50%. The scholarship requirements are set slightly higher than our minimum entry requirement. And if they meet that, they get the scholarship. The easiest answer to that question is majority of our school students will get this scholarship if they're successful in getting an offer letter from us. And then comes the high achiever scholarship, which is 5%. Now, this is where we look at their prior scores, whether it's an undergraduate or a postgraduate student, whether it's a high school score or their prior degree score. We're looking at, I'll give you an estimate, 80% and over. So students who have scored 80% and over in their prior qualification, they'll be eligible for that additional 5% high achiever scholarship, making it a total of 35% scholarship on their total tuition fee, whether it's an undergraduate or a postgraduate program for the full duration of the program. I've actually broken it down further. Now, estimate total tuition fee for the students after 35% scholarship is applied is in that range. So Bachelor's of Business will be just below $70,000 for 3 years. Bachelor's of Commerce is going to be around $72,000 for 3 years. Bachelor's of IT is again around $72,000, and Bachelor's of Tourism, Hospitality, and Events is again around $72,000. So we're looking at around approximate $23,000 per year, which I've again converted into Indonesian rupiah for 1 year tuition fee. So that's going to be per year tuition fee after 35% scholarship is applied. For master's students, it's going to look something like this with 35% scholarship. MBA is around 51, Masters of Data Science is just below $50,000, and the further we go, it's pretty much in the same range. So we're looking at around $25,000 a year for master's students, so $50,000 for 2 years. Again, I've converted that into Indonesian rupiah as well, just for the understanding, which is a per year tuition fee for the master's for a 2-year degree. So very attractive scholarship. And in terms of the tuition fee as well, it's very affordable. If you look at and if you compare it to a lot of other universities around, one of the best offers I think, which is out there in the market. Again, I'm not counting the private providers. It's only the public universities that I'm looking at. If there are any questions, of course, we're going to go through them after the presentation. Now, with student life, of course, from a student's point of view, this is something that I feel is quite essential for us to tell the students, because things are changing in Australia, as we all know. DHA has been, of course, a bit strict, and there are a lot of other regulations and strictness coming around it. So from a student's point of view, I think study comes first. So the expectations needs to be set clear that everything to do with the university, make sure you maintain your university records well, maintain your education records well, classes, you're attending your classes. Until the time you're doing that, you're protected by the university, and there's nothing bad that we will let anything happen to our students. In terms of work opportunities, as I said earlier, Brisbane is growing and there are plenty of work opportunities. So if they understand their work rights, there are plenty of opportunities for the students. And we as a university and Joblinks as an organization will support the students to make sure they succeed in that. And a lot of earning capacity for the students. With living expenses, again, understanding their living expenses, whether they're going to live in a student accommodation or whether they're going to be sharing with that. I'm sure you explain those to your students, but it's good to do that breakdown with the students, because I've seen a lot of students come into Australia and then they struggle to maintain that level. So it's a good information that we can share with them, make sure they understand before they leave their home country, and let them enjoy the new city that they're going to be in. A few success stories. The reason I've got these two pictures here is because they're very close to me, and I like sharing about it. I like talking about it to my students as well as my partners. Now, the first picture on your left over here is Elaine. Now, Elaine is one of the students who came and studied Masters of Engineering Management with us. We talk about opportunities from a student perspective, and we talk about what students really want to do when they come to Australia and whether they're looking for a future in Australia. Now, this gives a good example, these two pictures, to our students. The first one, Aline did a Master's of Engineering Management. She came from the Philippines. She was an oil and gas engineer, but she chose our program because our program is not a technical program, Masters of Engineering Management, but it's a project management degree specifically designed for the engineers. So she came and studied those two programs, but because of the support of Joblinks and because of her background in oil and gas or the engineering qualification that she had, we were able to secure a internship for her in the very second trimester she was with us. And from there onwards, she did multiple internships with the same organization, got a part-time job. The day she graduated, even before that, she actually had a job offer of around 130,000 Australian dollars. To confirm that the day she graduates, she'll have a full-time job waiting for her, because students have that post-study work visa. So a perfect example where we're looking at a skilled student coming from a specific program, doing that study, and of course, continuing from there onwards. Whereas on the second slide, you'll see that that's one of my students. Her name is Kamal. She came and she studied just MBA with us because she was very focused on her marketing career. She was very specific about what she wanted to do. So she studied an MBA degree with us. And because of, again, the support of Joblinks, we were able to align her interest and the needs of the market and get her those internships. Again, before she graduated, she had a full-time job offer. She's been in the country for nearly 7 years now, and she's still working in the business field, in the marketing field, because she was focused on the program that she wanted to do, and she was pretty clear in regards to what her career path is going to be. And we took that on board and we supported her to make sure she does well in her career. So great stories that I like to share, where two different worlds, one is a business world, one is a very technical world. But again, because Joblinks is there, we connect our students with the right people, with the right employment opportunities or the internship opportunities, and make sure they succeed in their lives. In terms of processes for James Cook University, very simple. We do not use StudyLink. Of course, you guys are working with Yes Education, who are well aware of this. But at the same time, it's straight away process for the applications. Application form, GS forms, which are our JCUB Brisbane GS forms that we have designed, passport, transcripts, English tests, and for postgraduate students, if you can provide the resume as well. Very simple. It's an email application that we accept, and the PTE and IELTS scores are mentioned on your right hand side for both undergraduate and postgraduate students. That's pretty much it about us. We are very competitive when it comes to pricing, quality of education that we offer to our students, career counseling, a lot of internship opportunities for the students, a very vibrant city with a lot of opportunities coming up because of the Olympics that we are preparing for, home away from home for our students, because we treat ourselves as a big family. We are a city campus, smaller setting, which is beneficial for our students, and then a perfect return on investment for them because they're getting a good scholarship, they're getting that good support service, they're getting the internship opportunities, and in most cases they walk away with a job in their hand after they graduate with us. So James Cook University, again, I've been there for 15 years. I've experienced it from both ends, as a student as well as an employee, and I can positively say this is something that we do really well, which is connecting our students with the employer. So it's all about employment for our students. Thank you so much for your time, and I'm happy to take any questions that you have.
All right. Thank you, Vipin, for the presentations. So next, I will open the question and answer session
Mhm.
for the all guests, for the all attendants. If you have any questions or any inquiries or anything you want to ask to Vipin or GCU Brisbane, please
Mhm.
welcome. Please
Mhm.
use the chat box or the question and answer box to use your to accommodate your questions. Vipin, I had a question. Just curious, if there is any students want to transfer from James Cook, Singapore, is it possible?
Great question. So, because we are one university with 4 campuses, there is one flexibility that we provide to our students where they can start at any campus and they can finish at any campus. The only difference between Singapore and Australia is they need to apply for another visa because it's not going to be the same
Mm.
visa. And the other thing they need to be careful of is if it's the same program available in other campuses as well. So the simple answer is if there is a program that's available in both the campuses, it's very easy for them to transfer. The only requirements are they need to complete at least one term in their one campus before applying for the internal campus transfer.
All right. So the
Yeah.
requirement is only complete one term,
One
right?
term with a passing grade. Yes.
All right. And we have one question. Is there
Mhm.
any prerequisite for the Master of Social Work program, or anyone can join from the different not relevant background? Example, from BBA to Master of Social Work.
A great question, and unfortunately, I won't be able to answer that question because we don't offer that program in Brisbane. Master of Social Work is not available in Brisbane, so I'm not too sure what are the entry requirements. You'll need to contact my counterparts from probably Townsville, who'll be able to give you a bit more understanding on
Mm,
that. So Brisbane, we only mainly focus on business, accounting, hospitality, IT, and then the 2 specialized programs that we have are Masters of Data Science and Masters of Engineering Management.
got it. You was mentioned that your joint degree for the MBA and education
Yes.
is not need the students from the teaching background.
See, students from non-teaching background, from business background, can apply for this qualification, but I like to specify clearly that they won't be eligible for the teachers registration because it's not a teaching focused program. It's an
Otherwise,
educational.
they coming from the teaching background.
That's correct. So if students specifically coming in from the teaching background, either teacher qualification plus teacher experience, it's a perfect program for them because the reason I mentioned that was a lot. I've seen a lot of students who are coming in with teaching experience and teaching background. They come into Australia and they get into programs like early childhood and stuff like that because I understand what the reason is behind it, but then they're downgrading themselves because I've seen a lot of students who've been teaching senior school students in their home country and then they start working with early childhood because that's the option they've chosen. Whereas if they choose this program that we are offering, they're coming in from a school teaching background, they're doing a master's degree in education with an MBA, and simultaneously when they're studying with us using their prior qualification and prior experience, they can still be eligible for their assessment and of course teacher registration, and after graduation they can continue their teaching journey at the same level or even higher level.
All right. Any specific IELTS requirement for the education?
6.5 with no subscore below 6
So
because it's
still the
not a
same with the
GCSE.
MBA, right?
Yeah, exactly the same like MBA.
Okay. Any working experience duration for the MBA program? Because we know
Uh,
that
to be
to do
eligible
the
for
MBA
the,
program, yeah,
yeah,
we need some of
for MBA we don't need work experience, so we accept fresh graduates as well. So there's no work experience required for MBA.
for the MBA. Is it still eligible students to get the 485
Yes, 100%. 2 years post
from the
study work.
MBA?
Yeah, all master's degrees. Every master's degree that we offer, students are eligible for post study work visa. And the MBA that we offer, students actually have options to choose two different majors as well. So they've got majors in leadership or project management. So it's going to be a 2-year program.
Well, it's gonna be generic questions.
Mhm,
What about if the students for bachelor degree, is
mhm.
it any ages requirement, like how old
See,
maximum?
interesting question, because Indonesia, if you because we are specifically talking about Indonesia here, it's
Mm,
assessment level 1 country, but still we are a little careful about things. So with undergraduate, we look. See, I don't say no to any application. I look at every
mm,
application that comes in. So I don't have any set standards to say, okay, that's the age limit I'm looking at. Because let's say if you're sending me an application of a 25-year-old student who wants to apply for bachelor's degree, but they have a specific reason and supporting documents to say why didn't they complete it earlier, and there has been a clear progression in their career or whatever they've done, with a strong financial background, and now is the time when they want to study. See, if all the dots join, we can look at it, we can do the compliance check, and we might be able to approve it, and we've approved some students in the past. But at the same time, if there is a student who's coming in with 25 or 26 years of age, who has had no supporting documents for the past 6 or 7 years, they've been sitting at home doing nothing, financially they're poor, of course, we are not going to look at it. So it all depends on how strong the application is. But at the same time, I'm not accepting a 40 years old student in a undergraduate degree, because we all know how DHA looks at and perceives those applications. For masters, exactly the same answer. It's going to be age. It doesn't matter till the time the profile makes sense to us. And I've recently, my last two visa grants from Southeast Asia have been for the students. There was one student who's come into Masters of Engineering Management. I think she was 34 years old, and then there was another student who was 30 plus as well. So we can work it out, of course, but it all depends on their profiling.
so basically, it's about the documents and the GS, right?
100%, 100%. It's all about the GS and documents. We don't have any blanket rules to say this age group is not good or this age group is good.
Well, there is a specific question. How many years gap is acceptable for Indian students?
Interesting question. We have a dedicated team for India, so I don't actually get involved with India, but I do know a little bit. With India, I don't think they accept anything more than year or year and a half gap without any proof. So with
Mm,
proof, even if it goes up to 2 years to say, okay, this is what we were doing, I think we can accept it. But without proof, I don't think they go for anything more than a year, specifically with the way we are going right now, because South Asia is experiencing huge number of visa refusals. I think the visa grant is sitting
yeah,
below
yeah.
50% at the moment. So it is going to be strict, but the simple answer is going to be it all depends on the documentation that students provide and how they cover those gaps or the experiences that they have.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Another one. How many years gap is acceptable? Gap
yeah,
years between the experience or the academic background.
See, I would say year and a half is the safe zone. Anything more than that, it gets a bit difficult. And the only reason I'm saying that at the moment is because we're seeing a massive shift in the way
Yeah,
DHA is perceiving these applications. So definitely, if things get better, our approach towards these applications will get better as well. But with
yeah.
the current scenario, I would say we're looking at maximum a year and a half, and nothing more than that.
So Vipin, it's not about the how many years gap, but it depends on the documents that we can provide to the immigration, right?
To immigration and to us with
Yeah,
the application, because if you are able to convince me and my compliance team and we think there is potential, we will work with you to make it happen. If we are my compliance team and if I'm not happy, then of course it gets difficult, then we'll have to
yeah,
refuse.
yeah. Especially for the MBA students, sometimes they already have the working experience like 5 or 7 years, right?
Hmm.
And then still eligible for the students for doing the MBA with the mature age students,
Which
and
is
the gap is very long. But
fine.
if
Hmm.
they can prove the documentation and the proof
Exactly.
something that it's eligible, right?
Oh, 100%. And I'll give you an example. I think I just told you my last student visa grant. The lady has 8 years of work experience
Oh,
in the engineering field. She's been working for 8 years and now she's decided to do her post graduation. And the reason that she wanted to do post graduation is because there is a clear gap between her skill set and her education at the moment and the position that she's aiming for the promotion in the near future. Financially, they're very strong. Both husband and wife are working in engineering sector, so financially, it's not a problem. They actually had a kid as well, but because financially they are strong, documentation is good, clear progression. There's no gap, but from studies to now, it's a 8 year gap. But those
yeah,
8 years have been clear work experience with regular growth in their career. So it makes sense. Like now they're serious about the growth in their family. They're serious about the personal growth, and that's what they want to do. Financially, we couldn't ask any questions because they were very strong financially as well. We accepted it and we made it happen. And the student is in Australia at the moment studying. In all honesty, it all depends on the documents. I'll be very honest with you. Rather than running around the bushes for age or for anything, if the documents are very strong, if you can prove on documents what the student has done during that gap, we can consider it.
correct. All right, guys. If there any question, teman-teman ada yang ingin tanyakan lagi? All right, Vipin, I think we can wrap the session. It's very
Okay.
straightforward for the program and
Mhm.
business program, accounting program. Yeah, it's education and then really straightforward. Uh,
Engineering
thank you for
management, data,
your
data
thank you
science.
for your
Yeah.
opportunity that you
Mhm.
can give the opportunities to the our agent partners about
Mhm.
GCU Brisbane.
Yes, no, perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. And thank you to everyone who's been with us today. Please reach out to Yes Education's team or me if you guys have any questions. Please send me emails anytime and I'll be more than happy to assist.
All right. Thank you,
Perfect.
Vipin.
Thank you so
See you next
much.
time.
Have a good evening.
Thank
Take
you.
care. Bye.
Baik. Terima kasih teman-teman buat hari ini, buat pagi ini. Kalau ada pertanyaan tentang James Cook University of Brisbane dan juga James Cook Australia dan juga James Cook Singapura, please let me know. Kalau ada yang ingin tanyakan, boleh silakan langsung tanyakan di grup chat masing-masing. Terima kasih teman-teman. Selamat pagi.